Hello, good morning everybody. This is Gimme That Change TV, and I just wanted to pop on here quickly and talk briefly about the Giants who are playing against the Philadelphia Eagles. And if you haven't already heard, Michael Vick will be playing in this game as he had sustained a concussion this past week against the Falcons, and a lot of people were skeptical on if he was going to be cleared by his neurologist and the training corps and whatnot, and it ended up that he has been cleared and he will be starting in the game against the Giants this week. And I think that that's an important key factor for the Eagles in their midst of wanting to win this game. So basically, I'm going to talk here about the Giants and how I think they're going to fare, as well as the Eagles, and what will be the key factors of the game. First, I'm going to start with the Giants, and on the Giants' perspective, I like the Giants. As much as the Giants are struggling right now, I think that this is just an off season for them, and I think that they're definitely going to step it up when it comes to next year and whatnot, hopefully in the draft, as they kind of missed their opportunities this past year. But all in all, the thing that I find to be so important right now about the Giants is the fact that they're allowing for their secondary defensive players to get in the game, as a lot of their big time starters are injured right now, and that's important because with allowing that allows a lot of depth in them. And to be quite honest, the Giants secondary defense is not playing that horrible. So I think that it just shows right there that once they get their starting defensive players all back, they can be a real dominant force defensively. And if Eli and the offense can just, I guess, work on figuring out them little issues they're having going on with the passing game right now, and if they can just get their blocks down and establish the run like they used to have, they will be a solid team again. There's no questions about it. They do have two great running backs there. One of them is a freaking truck, Jacobs, who's like 265. I mean, the guy's fucking huge. I don't see why he can't rush for 50 to 70 yards a game with that big body and just plowing through people. Another key factor, I think, for the Giants right now is to just keep their composure, and don't let a loss or two knock you out off your rhythm. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could come down to where they may win only 8 or 9 games, but they could go to the wild card, and everyone knows what they did then. You know, they won our wild card game and they get into the playoffs. The next thing you know, they win a Super Bowl. So I'm not knocking the Giants out right now. I'm just saying they're a little behind compared to some of the other teams in the NFL. But I think they're going to put up a solid little fight against the Eagles. Hopefully it won't turn out as last year's game, where Vic basically tore up on them that last quarter or whatever, and put up like 30 points. Everyone knows that's not going to happen again, but the fact of the matter is the Giants are still a solid team, and I think they're in contendance for the NFC, making it to the wild card, or maybe even into the playoffs and going deep. Right now I'm going to talk about the Eagles here, and the Eagles, I really like the Eagles right now. I think the Eagles are playing real sound. Their wide receiving core has really stepped their game up. However, I'm worried about Deshaun Jackson. I've been noticing that he's been sitting out quite a bit this past season. Fact of the matter is, and they're not really talking about what's going on there. I don't know if he's got a stinger going on with his it looks like his right forearm or something like that, but that's going to be a key thing if he keeps sitting out like that. I mean, they can't have that guy on the bench. With the wicked speed he's got, he needs to be on that field every play and every down. Keelik is another nasty player on the team. I really like him as a tight end. I've liked him for the past 2-3 years. He's real. He shows that he can really just outbeat the linebacking core and really just get down the field, which is good, especially having a tight end like that. He can also block. McCoy is a phenomenal running back. I think he's one of the fastest running backs in the NFL. I mean, last game, dude, if you watch some of the plays, dude, he is so explosive. There's no questions about it that he can just, if he has an opening, he can break for 70 yards in a matter of seconds. And I think that with an explosive running back like that, and with Michael Vick, who's got the feet of a running back, it makes the Eagles a very dangerous offense. Not to mention their defense is pretty stacked right now with the fact that they've picked up so many solid players over the past year, as well as in the past. I mean, between the cornerbacks, they got a Samuel, they got the that other guy, the new guy, Asamino or whatever. The fact of the matter is, between the cornerbacks alone, it just makes them a very dangerous defensive core. Not to mention their defensive end. Can't think of his name off the top of my head right now, but they have some. They have an explosive defensive end. One of them that was in frickin' the backfield every play last game against the Falcons, dude. He was dominating. He was really showing that he still got it in him. I think he's in his 6th or 7th season. The linebackers are doing okay. The D-backs are playing all right. But all in all, the defensive line is playing quite well. The thing that I think is most important about the Eagles, if they want to continue on winning the rest of the season here, is to for not only Vic to stay in the pocket as much as possible and only break out when it is necessary. For instance, this past week when they played against the Falcons, he tried to make up a couple yards on a play, which was really not necessary. It was only on the first down or whatever. But the fact is, when he broke out the pocket, he fumbled. I think he fumbled twice last game. One of them actually was for a complete turnover. That type of bullshit can't be happening on the Eagles if they want to win more games. They need Michael Vick to understand that there's nothing wrong with taking a sack every once in a while. Take a sack and lose 2 yards. Don't try to run out the pocket and try to gain a yard, then fumble the ball. That doesn't make sense to me. I'd rather see him take on a first down, take a sack, than try to scramble out the pocket. And I think that that's something that is going to take a while for Vic to start to put in his head, as he's always been that guy that's going to outbreak and start to run the field. But all in all, I think the Eagles are doing quite well. I think the Eagles have the advantage right now in this game, but I'm not putting out the Giants. I think the Giants could make this a nice NFC battle here. So I'm excited for this game this week. I hope you guys are too. Leave me some comments and posts. I like to reply to everybody. And thanks a lot for watching. Give me that change TV. I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.